Stephen C. Campbell here. I just wanted to spend a few minutes to give you an overview of the business strategy development framework that I use in my consulting work. A few people have asked me for this. Well, many people have asked me for this, so I want to spend a few minutes just to show you this. That's a picture of me in my recent business trip to China, where I was running some distribution and internet channel marketing seminars. Anyway, on with this brief overview, my business marketing strategy framework, my thought process, I basically work around three main components to plug this together. The first one is categories, and we'll speak briefly about each of these later on, but the first one is categories. Second, I encourage people to think about segments. So categories, of course, start from the viewpoint of the company. Segments are the marketplace, and the bit which connects the two together are your marketing channels. So first, let's briefly speak about categories, and in future videos I will speak about each of these three components in more detail, but this is just a brief overview. Of course, if you have a product or service, by definition that product or service fits within a particular category of the market. Now, there are various ways that you can actually define the categories. Typically, you could see that if a category will shake out by the definition of its price. So obviously something very expensive of the same product type versus something very cheap will by definition fall into different categories. So for example, you can get a premium handmade specially selected wooden table, and you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars for this. Or you can get something from your local DIY store, mass-produced, and spend tens of dollars for that. Different categories of products, and the price is what actually defines the actual category that that product actually fits within in the marketplace. I like to talk about cars when I'm getting people to think about category marketing, because, you know, if you say to someone, well, I'm going to buy a car, the next thing you would say, well, what type of car are you going to buy? Are you going to buy a BMW, or are you going to buy a mini car? So cars by fit into different categories, and it's quite simple for business owners to think about what car you drive. Is it a sports utility vehicle, multi-purpose vehicle? Is it a Jeep? To think about this idea of category marketing and to think where your actual product or service fits within the marketplace. Computers is also a good way to get the thought process going when we're speaking about category marketing. Just think about the tablet computing industry, what's happening with tablet computing, which I think is very fascinating. The millions and millions and millions of tablet computers and iPads that's being sold. Well, it's a computing device, but obviously this is in a different category to a laptop or a desktop computer or a supercomputer. So that's category marketing, and all products and services fit within a particular category. And I spend some time to clearly and carefully define where which part of the market category the client's product or service actually fits into. Next, we speak about the marketplace, and I talk about market segmentation. And here I have race, because the population at large readily fits into race. This is one way you can segment the market. There are many ways you can segment the market, but you can segment the market by race, which is readily identifiable, and there are certain things which you would sell to certain segments of the market based upon their race. And just think about this, and this is quite obvious. This will help you to target your message when you're defining your marketing strategy. Age is another convenient segment of the market to actually define your product and service. there are certain products and services which you would want to be selling to the over 50s or to the under 20s. And thinking about this market segmentation will really help to, as I said before, to define your process. Geography is another convenient market segment. This could apply to real estate listings and various products which you're selling, even to cars. You could be selling your cheap cars to a particular geography, or your expensive cars to people who have very expensive houses. That could be a way to clearly define where you want to position your products or services. So that's market segments, and the two which fits them together is your channels, your channel marketing. It fits the category of your product or service to your market together. It's the bit in the middle of the channels, and we'll go into this a little bit more detail in another lesson. But radio is a channel to market. Of course, radio fits into mainly the promotion, I'd say, channel to market. Of course, when we speak about channel marketing, we want to be thinking about it in two ways. We want to be thinking about your channel to market in terms of promoting your product or service, and also giving the end user clients an option to consume. Now, certain markets you can consume your product through, so you can go into a shop and consume the products, wear the shoes. But if you take fried chicken, for example, you can use the radio clearly to promote your fried chicken, but you can't eat the fried chicken through the radio. You have to go to the establishment. So this idea of channel to market, it should be thought about in terms of promotion and terms of consumption. Of course, with the radio, if you're delivering a service, for example, I have a radio program and I talk about strategies and all these different concepts, and I'm actually delivering through the radio. So the clients are actually consuming the service through the radio. So this is convenient thing about what you're using your channel for promotion or for consumption, or for both. And one of my favorite topics, I have a full 2-day seminar on this, is distribution. The whole concept of distributing your products and services through channel partners to get your products and service actually to the end user marketplace. And of course, the more layers you have within the channel, the more possibly your message gets diluted. And so that's why we have to carefully manage our distribution channel partners. So categories, channels, and segments. This is my thought process whenever my approach when I'm going to develop a marketing strategy framework. And of course, you well know I'm really big and interested and pushing forward on the internet. And the internet, of course, is a marketing channel, and we'll speak more about that in future lessons. I'm Stephen C. Campbell. Hope you got something from this. Feel free to get in contact if you wish, and I will see you in another lesson. Thank you.